Americans throw a ton of stuff away. And all of that waste that we produce, it just ends up in landfills, and that really harms our environment. But here, at Community Forklift, they turn our trash into treasure.
What Community Forklift does, we're called that because we aim to lift up communities through reuse. My name is Ruthie Mundell. I've been at Community Forklift for about 11 years, and we basically take donations of building materials, antiques, construction supplies, and then bring them to our big warehouse where we make them available to the public, and also donate them to neighbors in need and local nonprofits. And we do that in order to create green jobs, to keep perfectly good stuff out of the landfill, and to make repairs more affordable for folks, and also to just educate people about the possibilities of reuse. We probably have 1,500 doors right now. We have hundreds of light fixtures. We've got so much lumber. That's something that I think is a real draw for people.
But if you were to lift a piece of modern wood of this dimension, it would be much lighter. There's actually a lot more carbon packed into these old boards.
Which is important.
Yeah, and so if we're able to keep these boards in use rather than burning them in an incinerator or putting them in a landfill to off-gas methane gas, that's another way to be a carbon sink.
Can you tell me why you think DC and the world need companies and organizations and nonprofits such as Community Forklift?
Here in the U.S., about 30 to 40% of our nation's solid waste is made up of building materials. And we're so proud of ourselves for recycling soda cans and recycling office paper, but we need to start recycling houses to really make a dent in our waste stream. I spent my childhood following my mom around to hardware stores and holding tools for her while she was doing hardware or doing carpentry in our neighborhood. She did a lot of handyman stuff, and so I really enjoyed that. In my mid-20s, my mother got sick, and she had Lou Gehrig's disease. After she passed away, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do next. I realized that working with my hands, working with materials, it was something that I'd always enjoyed doing with my mother. I sort of knew that this was right for me. This was a great marriage of my love for the environment, my love for doing good in the community, and then also all the stuff I'd done with my mom growing up. It was a great way to kind of honor her memory. Folks who are viewing this film, if they're younger, if they're students, I want you to realize that reclaimed is not just a trend that existed when you were in college, but it's something that's really important for our generations to come.